Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. We are going to talk about accounting for labor. Accounting for labor. Today we are talking about accounting for labor. Accounting for labor. Yes, today we are talking about accounting for labor. Under this topic, we are going to be looking at improvement in the differential piece rate system. Improvement in the differential. This system attempts to grade workers according to their efficiency and pay them a fixed amount based on which bracket they fall. It is a system that basically looks at the efficiency of each worker and try to put them in a bracket of the efficiency. The efficiency here is measured in percentage. Efficiency here is measured in percentage. As you all know, it is always 100%. That is someone who has done better, has done great, excellent work. It's 100%. But there are some people who fall below this, and there are some people who do more than this. So this improved, this system tried to put the workers in a pool of a given percentage of their performance, different percentage of their performance. For example, we have workers of which their efficiency might be between 80 to 90%. So this becomes a pool. This becomes a pool. And others work between 91 to 100%. This is another pool. Others do 101. These are people who are doing excellently well to 110. This is also another pool. So after doing everything, looking at your employees, you check which pool you would want to put a specific person or a specific employee. And at this point, these pools have price tag. They have price tag. Maybe this person will be paying 50 shillings. That pool will be paying a fixed of 50 shillings. A fixed. This is fixed. So anybody lies here is paying 50 shillings per hour. Per hour. This one you might say I will pay 60 shillings per hour. Fixed. And also this one say pays 70 shillings per hour. Now this is what this pool do. And anything beyond this, you might say if you produce more than this, then I will give you a bonus. This is your pool, yes, but you can also exceed your pool. You can also exceed your pool at a given point. For example, these people whom you are placed at 80 to 90, one of them end up doing more, or one day one of them ends up doing more than this pool. You will not automatically upgrade that person to this pool because this is something he does once in a while. He will remain in this pool, but you say if you surpass the pool you are in, then there is a bonus. Okay? Okay? So after giving that explanation, we are going to look at an example that can give us a more, that can be more elaborate, that can show us what it really means. So let's look at an example. Let's look at an example. Let's wrap this. Wrap this. Now, here's the example. Patanisho Quarry Limited remunerates its casual workers based on each day's work. Workers are graded into various efficiency bands after training and then paid a fixed sum according to efficiency bands as follows. Efficiency, wage rate. Okay? So 81 to 90%, their daily pay is 800. 91 to 100%, it goes for 90. 101 to 110 goes for 1,000. And 11 to 120 goes for 1,100. Additional information, workers are guaranteed of their fixed pay within the efficiency bands, irrespective of their output achieved. A wage rate of $700 per week is paid for efficiency levels below 81%. Any excess units of a production beyond the upper efficiency band limit are paid at shillings 5 per unit. A 100% efficiency level representing a 1,200 units per week. The data for a 4-week period for the 3 workers is in a given time was as follows. Work efficiency band weeks. So we have the 3 workers and the 4 weeks. Worker 1, 81 to 90. Unit produced in week 1 is 1,210. Units produced in week 2 is 860. Units produced in week 3 is 1,280. Units produced in week 4, 1,330. Worker 2 is the band of 101 to 110. Production in week 1 is 1,220 units. Week 2, 1,240. Week 3, 1,190. Week 4, 1,250. Week 3, worker 3 is in the band of 111 to 120. Week 1, the production was 1,500. Week 2, 1,540. Week 3, 1,390. And week 4, 1,460. Require total earnings for each of the 3 workers for the 4-week period. Total earnings for each of the 3 workers for the 4-week period. Now let us do the calculation. Now first thing first, what we will do for the first thing we'll do is to find out how many units expected when you at the upper side of each band. For example, when you do 90, how many units that represent? So we will look at the expected units to be produced. The expected units to be produced. So we start with the bands. So efficiency band. Then we go to wage rate per week. Rate per week. We go to workings. So you just make a place where you can do your workings. Just workings. You can do your calculations, workings. Then we have the expected units to be produced. Expected units to be produced. So we have less than 81. The production is 700, as we have been told. That's wage rate, that's the pay. Then we have 81 to 90. The wage rate is 800. 91 to 100. The wage rate is 100. 900. 101 to 110. We have 1,000. We have 111 to 120. The rate is 1,100. Now, remember, we were told that the 100% production, if you produce 100, you are 100%. Production represents 1,200 units. This is what 100% production represent. Now, what about 81%? What does 81% represent? Below 81% represent. It is below 81%, but remember the next percentage below 81% is always 80. It's always 80. The next percentage after 21, which is in this band, after 81, which is in this band, so we are not going to use this 81 because it is under this band. Therefore, the next percentage which is below 81% is always 80%. So, 1,200 represent 100%. What about 80%? That is 120,000 over 100%. You multiply by 80. You multiply by 80. That should give you this one. 12 times 80. That is around 90. That is 960. That's 960. That's 960. That's 960. Just 960. Then we have 90. We use the upper part. So 90, that one would be 1200 divided by 100 times 90 times 90. That is 12 times 90, 12. times 90. That's 1080. These are units. These are units. Then we have 100. This is 1, 2. 1200 over 100 times 100. That will be 1200. You can see. Then we have 110. Then this is 200. Divide by 110. No, divide by 100 times 110. This gives me 12 times 110. 12 times 110. 1320. Then we have 1200 divided by 100 times 120. 120. So this 12 times 120. This is 1440. Now at each band, this is the maximum production expected. The maximum production expected. So up to that point, you have understood. I believe you have understood. Then we are going to the next stage. And this stage is now where we are going to find out what each worker is going to earn. So, I'm going to wrap this. Part so that I can create a space. I'm going to wrap this part so that I create this space. Therefore, this one is expected units. I bring the expected units here. Units. This one is 1960. This is 1080. This is 1200. This is 120. And this is 140. That's done. Having done that, go to the next level. And then we are going to do another table like, there's another table like. And this table we are going to say workers. Then you have week bonus. So under week bonus we are going to have week 1, week 2, week 3, and then week 4. Then week 4, then total. Then this one. Total. Okay. We have worker 1. The first worker is in the band of 80, 81 to 90. 81 to 90. That's worker 1. So how much did he produce? How much did he produce that week? How much did he produce that week? Waka one, in week one produced 1,210. Week one, he produced 1,210. 1,210. Then, if that is the case, this is the number of product, is what he produced. Now, here, let's say wage. The promised wage. The promised wage is 800 per week. That is regardless of how much he produced. Okay? The expected is this one. So in this week he produced 1,210. So this 800 will be there. So this 800 is guaranteed. The 800 is guaranteed. The 800 is guaranteed. This 800. That is guaranteed. This 800 is guaranteed. Let us do it. Remove it here. And then say the guaranteed wage is 800. Is guaranteed. Okay? Then bonus. Bonus will be the expected, which is the amount produced is 1,210 minus the expected, which is 1,080, okay, times the amount paid per unit produced, per extra unit produced, which was 5 shillings. It was 5 shillings. So times 5. Times 5. So therefore, this is 1,010 minus 1,080. That's 130 times 5. Times 5. $130 times 5. So he has a bonus of 650. 650 on week 1. Week 2. Week 2, he produced only 80. Week 2, he produced only, the production rate was 860. That worker produced only 860 units. 860 units. His bonus is nil because this is below the unit expected, but his wage is guaranteed. That is 800. That one is guaranteed, so this one will be nil. Now, he gets no bonus. Then we go to week 3. The same one. Week 3, he produced 1,280. 1,280. What is guaranteed? 800. That the 800 shillings is guaranteed. Does he have any bonus? Yes, he has surpassed the minimum. The expected units, the minimum expected units. So he has some bonus. How much? It will be 1280 minus the minimum 108. Okay? times 5 times 5. That is 1280 minus 108 times 12 times 5 times 5. That gives us 1,000. This is 1,000 as a bonus. 1,000 shillings. Now week 4. Week 4. Week 4. Week 4. Week 4, you produced 1,330. You produced 1,330. That's how much you produced in week 4. That's how much you produced in week 4. So here, the 800 remains. Shillings remains. These are shillings. But what about the bonus? Yes, he has the bonus. He surpassed this. So therefore, the bonus will be 1,330 minus 1,080 times 5. That gives us a bonus of 1,330 minus 1,080 times 5. This gives us 1,250. So what is the total bonus he has? What is the total bonus for the week? For the period, the total bonus for the period will be the addition of 1,250 plus 1,000 plus 650 plus 650. That is 2,900. 2,900. 2,900. We go to worker 2. Second worker. The second worker. The second worker, let us put it in here. Second worker 2. In week 1. Week 1. How much did you produce? One, you produced 1,220. 1,220. One thing for sure, at this stage, the wage, the fixed wage is 900. Worker 2. This worker 2 is in the bracket of 101 to 110. This bracket is in the bracket of 101 to 110. It's in the bracket of 101 to 110 here. So the fixed wage will be 1,000. That is there. Did he surpass the production, the minimum production expected? 1,210, this is 1,320, so there is no bonus. No? There's no bonus. Then week 2. Week 2 we produced 1,240. That is week 2. The fixed wage remains 1,000. The fixed wage remains 1,000. Did you surpass the expected units? The expectation, did you surpass the expectation? Yes. So here he has something, and that will be bonus will be 12,000. No? Yeah, 12,000. No, 1,240 minus the minimum required. This is 13, so he didn't. In week 2 also he didn't. This 2 he didn't. He didn't surpass, so that's nothing. It's nil. Okay? Okay? This is 1300, this is 1200, so it goes below. And then week 3, what was the production? Week 3, he did 1,190. Week 3, 1,190. Week 3, he did 1,190. His fixed wage remains 1,000 shillings. 1,000 shillings. His wage remains. Did he surpass the minimum? No. So there is no bonus. No bonus. There is no bonus. Then we go to the last week, week 4. Week 4, he produced 1,250. 1,250 units. 1,250 units. This is units. This is wage. Okay? Units. This is wage. Fixed wage. Fixed. Here, the 1,000 remains. 1,000 will be paid. So it was paid is 1,000 shillings. It's 1,000 shillings. But it is surpass this rate? No. So he also has no bonus. What is the total bonus? At the end of the period, 0. Or nil. Then we go to worker 3. Worker 3. Okay? This worker was 101 to 110. This is a bracket of worker 3 is in the bracket of 111 to 120. 111 to 120. Because I can see there is a space, we are just finishing. See, then we can have a space here. We can create a space here. Do for the worker. For the worker 3. Worker 3. So the expectation is 1,440. But in week 1, how much did you produce in week 1? Is 1,500. So the total production is 1,000 units. Total production is 1,500 units. His 1,000 remain. He was being paid at this rate. The rate is 1,100. The rate here is 1,100. 1,100. Now, did this surpass the expectation? Did surpass the expectation? Yes. He produced 1,500, but he was required to produce for 1,440. So he surpassed the minimum required. So that's the bonus will be 1,500 minus 1,440 times 5 1,500 minus 1,140. That is 60 times 5 times 5. 60 times 5 get 300. 300. What about week 2? Week 2, this is week 1. Week 2, he produced 1,540. He produced 1,540. That's week 2, 1,540. Okay? And the minimum wage remains. The fixed wage remains 1,100 shillings. 1,100 shillings. 1,100 shillings. Unit produced 1,540. Any bonus? Yes, he surpassed the 1,440. So here, bonus will be 1,540 minus 1,440. Everything here times 5. Times 5. 1,540 minus 1,440. You get 100 times 5, you get 500. Here 500 as a bonus. We go to week 3. Yeah? We go to week 3. In week 3, he did produce 1,390. He did produce 1,390. 1,390. 1,390. Meaning fixed wage remains 1,100. This is the fixed wage shillings. Fixed wage shillings. Okay? Any bonus? Any bonus? No. He was expected to do 1,440. He did not surpass that. So, the wage, the bonus is none. There is no bonus. There is no bonus. There is no bonus. Now, what about week 4? Week 4. Week 4. Week 4 produced 1,460. Week 4 he produced 1,460 units. The meaning fixed wage remains 1,100. Okay? 1,100. Any bonus? Yes, there is a bonus. He surpassed 1,440. By how many? By 20. That is simply this one minus that one. That is 1,460 minus 1,440 times 5. Okay? Okay? That is by only 20 units. So 20 times 5, 20 times 5, that is 100. 20 times 100, 20 times 5, that is 100. 20 times 5, that is 100. All right. Now, what is the total bonus? Total bonus is 300 plus 500 plus 100. That is 300 plus 500, 800 plus 100, 900. Shillings. These are shillings. These are in shillings. Now, what is the question required? What is our required? What is the required? Total earnings for each of the 3 workers for the 4-week period. For the 4-week period. The total earning. This one, the fixed one, you do the fixed. Let us do the total for the fixed. Total for the fixed. This is 1,000 times 4. This brings us 4,000. This is 800 times 4. 800 times 4. That is around 2,400. No, 32. Yeah. 8 times 4. That is 32. 3,200. 3,200. Here is like 1,100 times 4. That is 4,400. Now, total earning for each. Total earning for each. Then will be plus bonus. Plus the bonus. Plus the bonus. Plus the bonus. Here the bonus was plus the bonus, plus the bonus. This is worker 1. This was worker 1. Worker 1 had how many how much as a bonus? 2,900. So plus 2,900 plus 2,900, that is 32, and 32 plus 29, this is 6,100, 6,100. Worker 2 had no bonus, so this is 0. So it remains with 4,000. Worker 3 had 900 as bonus, so we have plus 900. This will be 44 plus 900 plus 9, 44 plus 9, that is 5,300 shillings. And that's what we are being required to do. And that's what we are being required to do. I hope you have gotten something from there, and you can now tackle this question when it comes to the exam. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this class. Let's meet again in that class. Please subscribe.